Okay, here we go, and we are live. What's going on, family? It's your man Ferris in the building here, down here in Medellin, Colombia. And right now, currently, unfortunately, we are on a 3-day lockdown right now. It's a lockdown in Bogota as well. Every different division in the country has different stipulations of what they're going through as far as these COVID restrictions, because right now, there is a Colombian holiday. The Colombian holiday is called Epiphany. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's the holiday to bring in a new year, but I'm not really sure. But the reason they did this lockdown was because they didn't want a lot of people partying in the streets. Unfortunately, guys, I know a lot of guys came out here this weekend to do a nice little vacation, and they got hit with some of them got hit with the PCR test, and some of them got hit with, of course, the shutdown that we're currently in. Now, the shutdown right now is most of the stores are going to be closed. Only the essential stores are open. You can't go any grocery stores. You can't go any malls, but you can order in from an app called Rabbi. So right now, man, it's pretty bad out here. Not bad in the sense of, the police out of control or anything like that. Nothing like that. But I mean, the curfew is really stifling. Like I say, right now, it's just a complete shutdown. And I know brothers are hitting me up like, man, we didn't know. And the reason why it's very difficult to give people news updates in Colombia, because right now you have the Colombian government and the Ministry of Health on one side, and you have the judges on another side. So basically what that means is they, I think November 23rd, they want a PCR test. The judges want the government, or not the government, but the judges want a PCR test, right? But the government wants to keep things going. They do a little curfew. So they've basically been going back and forth. And you hear news, and then you hear it retracted because they're going back and forth. Like I said, the government wants to kind of keep things flowing in. Tourism is a very, very big sector of Colombia's economy right now. So the government wants to keep things coming in, but the judges want things to remain shut down, which is stifling the whole economy out here. So things is getting kind of sticky. Things are getting very rough. Let me see what's all in the chat. What's up, bro? What's going on? We got Scorpio the Black Traveler. He's out there in Laureles. That's what's up, brother. That's what's going on, man. We got 47 in the chat already. That's what's going on. That's what's up. Hit that like button when you come in, fellas. Apologies, man, for the not uploading the video in a while, man. As you can see, I'm in my new little apartment out here in El Poblado, and the Wi-Fi wasn't the greatest thing, so we got everything kind of situated now. We're going live a whole lot more. Also, I got a lot of content to give you guys, a lot of videos that we already recorded. We just got to edit and upload it. So a lot of information going to be getting on Colombia. Colombia is a beautiful country with beautiful people, man. They speak Spanish very well here, and they're very patient in teaching you Spanish as well. So it's still a very beautiful country. I know this Corona thing, is getting really out of hand right now. I believe they're saying that there are reports of a newly mutated coronavirus going on right now. And that's why they're being very strict on some of the rules and regulations of going on, these new mandated orders that the government is doing. Like I say, what you have is kind of like this battle between the Colombian government and I'm just going to say the judges. I'm not sure which judges, but the Colombian government and the health minister are pretty much on the same side with trying to not stifle tourism and trying not to stifle all these businesses that depend on tourism. And to keep people, working out, like on Sunday, they shut the roads down out here, guys, and everybody's running, everybody's jogging, everybody's bike riding, got their dogs out. And believe it or not, in my humble opinion, you're better off doing that, right? Getting that good old vitamin D, because isolating yourself, staying in your apartment all day, being by yourself or just being with a few people is actually weakening your immune system. So I'm not sure, what's really going on really around the world. I'm hearing a lot of news in America and the governments, in the Capitol Hill. I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, it looks very, very crazy looking from the outside inward into America. And, these Uber drivers, a lot of people do speak English out here, especially in Medellin, El Poblado. And they're seeing the same news that we're seeing because U.S. news is worldwide news, believe it or not. The U.S., America, right, is pretty much the cornerstone of pretty much all massive media around the world. So everybody's paying attention to what's going on in America. And it just looks extremely chaotic. And this is the most worst time possible, in my opinion, to be dealing with a political coup or political situations when you have this mutated virus going on around the world right now. People are looking at America for answers because we're supposed to be the guys on the top of the hill, and basically we're infighting. So right now, like the whole world is kind of upside down and panicking, unfortunately. Let me read what's going on in the chat. Road 23, what's going on, brother? He says, I'm coming to Barranquilla in March. Hold on. Okay, how to say, what's up, Ferris? Oh, we got a lot of comments flowing through here, man. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up on the comments real quick, fellas. Okay, Lamont Ellis, the DR. You can look at a video my brother did, Greg of Flip Flop. He can give you some current updates. He just did a video today about what's going on in DR. From what the video that he did, he said it is I believe, a 12 p.m. curfew going on right now in the DR. So you might want to be mindful of that. But check out Greg's last video, Flip Flop's last video. If you Google Flip Flop on YouTube, he'll pull right up. Check out his last video. I don't want to quote him any mistakes or anything like that. All right, Carter B. Snell. Hold on. I can't read that comment, brother, but hold on. Carter B. Snell says, greeting, brothers. Citizen Lou says, no. Yeah, man, it's getting bad out here. hold on. Better Black says, damn, bro, you looking like Jeezy. Yeah. BMT, what's going on, brother? Better Black says, BMT all day. That's what's happening. Passport Lee says, what's up, gang? What's happening, fellas? MJ Hines 3 says, I hope this calmed down by June. I'm trying to get my toes curled and Medellin again. Okay, brother. Lamont Ellis. Okay, thanks, brother. Venture Black says he wants some flip-flop wings. Yeah, Gil, a.k.a. MMA Fan 3 says, I just watched Flip's video. Great information. Yeah, man. Before you guys start traveling to these, foreign destinations, man, I know you can update. You can keep up with some of the updates on some of these websites and everything, but you really want to get boots on the ground out there. So if you have any references, any guys out there, look through YouTube, man. Flip Flop does a lot of good information about the Dominican Republic. Taylor May does a lot of good information about the Dominican Republic. And you got a lot of YouTubers out here as well. So you definitely want to do your research before you start traveling, because you have a lot of guys out here right now. I believe my brother Major Lifestyle is out here right now. He just did a video earlier. And we're locked down, man. You can't go anywhere right now. I mean, chickens can come to you. Women can come to you in their little taxis and whatnot. But the police are doing circles around here, man. Everybody follows the rules in Colombia, okay? So when the government says something, the people don't buck back too serious. It's not America where you can just buck against the government and do whatever you want. You can storm the Capitol and sit in people's offices, like Nancy Pelosi and all that. So it's not like that out here. When the government says something, for the most part, they shut everything down. And let me tell you something, man. It has been sticky here lately, man. I got searched twice out here in El Poblado, I believe last week. Now, one of the first group of police officers that searched me was real cool. He asked me, did I speak Spanish? I told him, un poco, a little Spanish. And he was real cool about it. It was a light search. They're not telling you take off your shoes, nothing like that. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, as a warning, okay, if you like to get your smoke on or whatever you like to do, or, that's you, do whatever you want. But I will tell you this. You're better off getting it delivered to you than riding with it, okay? Because these taxi drivers and these police, they work in the same little arena here, and then the taxi driver will drive you right to the roadblock, and then he'll make excuses like, oh, he didn't know. Like the guy was saying, the Uber driver was saying, like, he didn't know. They wasn't there when he was coming down the hill. Now they're up the hill. And if you look at the view, well, my personal view, I can see when the police be setting up little roadblocks because I'm so up high in the hills. So don't ride with any contraband, fellas. Be very careful. You're going to have guys hitting you with all types of drugs in, parking areas and then around the city. Don't take any. It's very easy to get what you want here. They'll pull up right to your door. So I suggest you do that because I know a lot of guys like to burn. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be caught with any drugs out here, fellas. Trust me, because they're gonna shake you down. Okay? They know you don't want to go to jail. And this is not a disparage on the police. The police are cool here. They're very laid back. But if you out after curfew, you get pulled over, they're gonna search you. And sometimes they search you kind of aggressively. For the most part, they know you don't want any trouble. They don't want any trouble. But don't give them a reason, to take it further than where it needs to go. So just a tip from your boy, don't ride with it, get it delivered to you. Okay. Jump on the laptop. Hold on. My brother Super Bad 5.0 says, okay, I'm in Cartagena now, and the curfew remains 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. So all of Colombia is now in the same lockdown. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. You have different, I want to say divisions, but it's not divisions, districts of Colombia, right? So Medellin and Bogota, since you have more people in these cities, the COVID restrictions are going to be different. Excuse me. Cartagena is a city based on tourism, okay? So their restrictions are going to be a little different. Unfortunately, there are reports of this new mutated disease that your boy created. I mean, that just happened to just come about. This disease has a brain of its own somehow. But we're not going to talk about that in this stream because we don't want to get the stream shut down. But yeah, there are reports. The Colombian hospitals are at like 95% capacity around the country, man. So unfortunately, you got to just be mindful of the laws of the land currently, man. You don't want to be caught up there after curfew, most definitely. Because let me tell you, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. The curfew last week was at I believe it was 10 o'clock. But all everybody did was they left the bars, they left the club, and left the restaurants, and they just went outside. And you just basically had a semi-block party on the main strip. I think it's Cali 10 or Cali 59, something like that. But on the main strip in front of Parque Aires, you just had hundreds of people just hanging out, going to the little side shops, the little all you can eat, not all you can eat, but all night, little restaurants where you can eat all night. And, the people are, like I said, the Colombian people, man, they don't buck too hard, but everything is really laid back here. So, people are still kind of, out and about, but currently because of the holiday of Epiphany, they had a whole city locked down. So you can't go anywhere right now. Carver Snell, shout out to the super chat, brother. $5 super chat. He says, what kind of quality of life will a $4,000 a month budget get me where you at? Brother, Carver Snell, a $4,000 a month budget in Colombia will get you amongst the wealthiest people in Colombia. I'm just being honest with you. That is a lot of money, $4,000 a month out here, especially if you know how to move. Now, if you're in El Poblado and you're shopping at the Éxito or the Carula, you're paying, pretty high prices, but standard prices that we pay in America, right? So, for instance, if you're in El Poblado, if you're in the area that I'm in, you would pay about regular price what you would pay in groceries. Now, if you go to Laureles or these little different local areas in Medellin, you're paying almost 30 to 40% off of the price you would pay in El Poblado. So it kind of depends on the area you're at. But I do like the convenience of where I'm at exactly in El Poblado, which is the Las Palmas area. I suggest a lot of you guys, come in this area first because you're going to run into a lot of Americans. And it's a very secure and safe area, okay? So, Medellin and El Poblado is very laid back, very cool, very secure. But when you start going to areas like Laureles and Centro, it's still safe for the most part, man. But, you still kind of want to be in those high-end areas because of the police. That's, straight up. So let's go here. Alpha Trader asks, first time travel, would you suggest Colombia in what city? Now, my first time travel, I kind of would suggest Dominican Republic because it's such a short trip from the States. But if you was to come to Colombia for the first time, what I would do is I would just come straight to Medellin, right? I would go to El Poblado area. I would check out Parque Aires. I would kind of just, get comfortable in Medellin first. And then if you have time or if it's within your budget, I will fly to Cartagena for the weekend. That's my suggestion. Yeah, Venture Black says you will be honorary Hefe status. Yeah, $4,000 a month is a lot of money in most parts of the world, not only just South America, but most parts of the world. You will be living very well, especially when you start living somewhat like the locals live, okay? The John C. I'm going to post that, brother. I can't really read it, but I'm going to post that for you. All right. All right, Atlanta Street Promo Podcast. Okay, you from my city. That's what's up, brother. Hopefully, Gusto's, I'm not sure what the curfew is going to be for next week. I know it's probably going to be a curfew. Hopefully, they push it back to 12 and not 10. But Gusto's has been very, sparse, let's say that. It's been kind of empty. It's definitely not what it was before these shutdowns and curfews. Gusto's, for people that don't know, is like the main club, main staple bar within Parque Aries. It's very nice. One of my homies just made a big deal with Gusto's. So shout out to my homie Pete. He's doing a concert. I don't want to tell all his business, but he's doing a concert sometime in March with a big DJ. So I'm definitely going to promote that as soon as everything gets ready. We got another $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Bishop Oni 23 for the $5 super chat, brother. But yeah, guys, this Chrome thing is definitely getting, very sticky. Unfortunately, man, you definitely want to do your travel news and your updates. With the PCR test, like I said, the government and the judges and the health minister, they all kind of been going back and forth with the PCR test. What the minister of health, because the health minister is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. It's the judges that say he's been dropping the ball because they had a new health minister come in. All he's saying is, hey, guys, the PCR test should not be required because you can get corona within the 96-hour time frame anyway. So what you're doing is you're just making an inconvenience for travelers, and it doesn't make any sense. When you think about what he's saying, it really doesn't make any sense, okay? And even the government is pretty much behind I keep saying the minister of health, but they call it the health minister here, saying that the PCR test, you can get it within the 96-hour time frame, so it really doesn't matter. And if you don't have the PCR test, what they're doing now is you have to have, I believe, a 7-day quarantine out here. So you definitely want to get your ducks in a row when you come out here. You want to have your PCR test. Even if they're not requiring it, I still would get one. If you can get one for free from your state, wherever you at, or if you got health care, you probably get it for free. It is kind of an inconvenience, that little pinching in your nose, going all up in your nose and everything. So I get it, guys. But I'm telling you right now, the reason why it's so hard for us to keep giving you news updates is because the government is going back and forth. They're going back and forth. Most of the government is like, yo, let's get back to normal. We understand that we have a crisis going on, but the economy is dependent on, tourism, and I'm not saying dependent. I mean, a large sector of Colombia's economy is dependent on tourism, especially Cartagena. That's why the rules are different out there. Let me catch up with the chat. Joe Cabin, what's up, brother? What's going on, my bro? Joe Cabin says, just tuning in. Damn, Colombia locked again. For how long? Quick recap, please. Okay, the current lockdown is until Tuesday, fellas. So it's until Tuesday. But Tuesdays, there's probably going to be some more stipulations. More than likely, we're going to be on another curfew. I'm hoping the curfew is going to be at 12, but more than likely it might be 10. But like I said, if you do come and we're not on lockdown, keep in mind that the curfew is 10 o'clock, but all that means is the bars and the clubs are going to be shutting down at like 10 o'clock. They start shutting down around 9:45, the lights come on. But when I say all the people really just go outside and be on that main road, it's like pretty much a block party. I mean, last Wednesday, the Wednesday before last, I believe, maybe about 2 weeks ago, but last Wednesday, when I say it looked like Freaknik out there in Colombia, it looked like Freaknik, man. It was popping. I ended up taking my ass home because I didn't want to get stopped by the police, but it was popping out there. My brother, Big Man Bobcat and Tractor says, I will be back down there within the next couple of weeks. Thanks for the updates. Brothers, hit your boy up. You can reach me on Blackmentravels. Not Blackman. Yeah, Blackmentravels@gmail.com. You can send me an email. or you can check me out on the Facebook group, which we're gonna get to in a second. Let me know if you guys down here, man. If I got the time, I come out there and hang out with you. A lot of guys be coming down. They have no clue what to do in the first 24 hours. That's why I'm working on the video, your first 24 hours in Medellin, because I see a lot of guys when they come out here, man, they are totally lost in the sauce. And a lot of guys be upset because they found out that the hotels that they're staying at are not Tinder friendly. I'm going to say Tinder friendly, okay? Which means if you're talking to girls and you pipelining girls from Tinder, it's happened to me a few times as well. So I know how frustrating that can be. They do that because it is a lot of girls stealing and I'm not gonna say drugging guys, but it does happen out here, and they're kind of restrictive to a certain degree. So you got to be very mindful of that when you book these Airbnbs and these hotels. Okay, some of these hotels will charge you for your company. Every time you bring company in, they'll charge you. So you want to do your homework on where you're going to stay out here, because a lot of guys, I had some guys coming out here from up north. I'm just gonna say I ain't gonna put their business out there, but some guys from up north. And when they got down here, they found out that the hotel was going to charge them for every guest that came in, and they was very highly upset. I took those brothers to another spot around the corner where they could have guests, and they were super happy. So I'm gonna do a video about your first 24 hours in Medellin, because a lot of guys come out here and they don't know where to go. They get hit with restrictive policies, they get hit with lockdowns, shutdowns, curfews, and they don't know exactly where to go. I'm gonna tell you where the cool bars are at. I'm gonna tell you where the cool little breakfast spots are at. I'm gonna tell you where to get your haircut at. You know, if you're gonna be out here for a little while. I'm telling you right now, guys, these Colombian women, you gotta be on your A game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be straight up with you, especially if you want that dime piece. Now, I will say this, you know, Colombian women, you know, they're very patient, laid back. They're very flaky. But if you do get a woman to go out with you on a date, more than likely you got it. Okay. So, you know, you guys, you know, you want to have your beards touched up. You want to dress nice. Colombian people, they dress. Okay. I'm not saying you have to have a suit and ties, but you definitely want to have your kick game, you know, good. I wouldn't suggest wearing Jordans, though. Don't wear Jordans, because if you wear the J's or if you wear any jewelry, and I'm talking about that in a second, they're gonna be on you. Okay, not women, but the people that, you know, need money and need help out here, they're gonna be on you. I was chilling in the park one day and I had my J's on, and a Venezuelan came up, because you have a lot of Venezuelans that are a little messed up out here in Colombia right now. And he was like, "Hey man, you know, you got money. You got money." I'm like, "Bro, I don't have no money right now." You know, he's like, "Nah, man, you got Jordans on. You got money." That's the only English he knew, was that I had Jordans on. That means I have money. So I don't wear my Jordans out no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you. But still, if you out here, man, these Colombian women do pay attention to how you dress and how you smell. And they be choosing. I'm gonna say another thing, man. Colombia, guys, is the reckless eyeballing capital of the world. I don't know why these guys in Colombia allow their women, you know, to just, I mean, I'm gonna say something to my girl. She's reckless eyeballing, but these women will reckless eyeball you brothers. I mean, they're very blatant at letting you know that they're paying attention to you when a man is right there. You know, I mean, they'll turn around, break their neck, look at you, look you up and down. When they do is right there, and the dude 9 times out of 10 don't say something for the most. And I don't know why, but I'm just letting you guys know that, you know, these women will reckless eyeball you, man. I'm telling you, it is crazy out here. So pay attention. I be giving on brothers all the time out here, but I understand that they out here, you know, it takes a little time to get adjusted and everything like that. But I be telling brothers all the time, pay attention. These women, they're not like Brazilian women. They're not gonna come on strong to you, but they're gonna choose on you. They're gonna look back. They're gonna give you glances. They're gonna look at you. That's all you're gonna get. And I see a lot of guys, maybe because they first time getting out here or something like that, but they don't pay attention. They don't see it. I'm like, yo, brother, you know, the girl was kind of choosing on you a little bit. Oh, she was? I'm like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Colombian women are very subtle. Let's catch up to the chat. All right, we got another super chat from my man, Gary Max. He says, thanks for the information. Appreciate that, brother. All right, we got another $10 super chat here. Hold on. Let me find that. Tapper Twan says, reckless eyeballing. Brother, when I say that these women be reckless eyeballing on brothers out here. I mean, they be reckless eyeballing hard. I'm not kidding you at all, bro. A few nights ago, we was at my little spot, Mario's. Like I say, they shut down the clubs and bars. Everybody kind of goes outside to these little, these little corner small restaurants. I would say kind of like mom and pop shops. These are just real small restaurants, but they just stay open to like 2:00 in the morning. And you can get a little, a little brewski if you ask, if you tip the waitress a little bit. I'm just putting it out there. And when you go to these little corner shops or corner restaurants, the girls will be there with their dudes. And I'm telling you, brothers, they interested because yes, there are Black Colombians here, but you just you different. You dressing different, you speak English. A lot of women want to learn English. That's a big conversation starter. If you're talking to a woman, be like, my Spanish is small. I speak a little Spanish, hablo un poco español, aprendiendo, Spanish, like español. I'm learning Spanish. Would you like to learn English? Maybe we can teach each other. And that's a big opening line out here because most women out here want to be able to speak English. Okay. So they're interested in that. The whole myth of Colombian women wanted to come back to America and, they want green cards. That's not really here like that. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of Colombians like staying here, especially the Paisa people. Like they love Colombia. Colombia is a dope ass country. That's why I'm living here right now. But, I hear that all the time that they just want to come back to America. Some of them want to come to America, but just to visit because it's very laid back here and you don't have to sacrifice time with your family. You don't have to sacrifice relationships like you do in America to get ahead because you got to consistently get ahead in America because the price of living is always going up, So here it's real laid back. You don't have to work as hard. You still have time for family. And a lot of women are very, very big on family here. So, that whole myth like, oh, man, these women just dating you because they want you for your money. I got news for you, brothers. A lot of women want you for your resources. A lot of women want something up out of you. I know a lot of you guys should already know that, but that whole argument that foreign women only want American men for their money, especially Black men, for the most part, it's a myth, man. I'm going to be honest with you, man. These women in Colombia are very laid back and they're very, very romantic. Now, that's something you got to get used to because I know in the Matrix, when we date in the Matrix, we usually women playing all these games. So a lot of our, we kind of have, well, I would say this, women have, really ruined romance in America, in the Matrix for the most part. But here, this is a romance culture, okay? Here, you're going to have to bring some flowers to these girls, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to really romance them if you're really feeling them like that. And they're going to really appreciate you for that. All right, 2021, guys, stop acting like you don't. Okay. Appreciate the super chat, brother. That's the big debate. I'm not going to get into it. This is just a travel news update video. I know it's a big debate. We're going to go to the group in a second. Guys always debating, do you pay for it? Do you not pay for it? We all know that you're going to pay for it regardless. But I understand that, most guys, a lot of guys, especially in the group, they don't do that. You don't have to do that, brothers. It's really about what you want to do out here. Listen, I'll never tell a man how to get money, and I'll never tell a man how he go about his entertainment or his courting. That's not my business. I let brothers do what they do, okay? And brothers should let them do what they do as well. It's very effeminate to be worried about what another man is doing with his Johnson or his money, all right? So, fellas, real quick, man, the Blackmentravels group has been growing and growing and growing, man. Right now, we are at 4,200 members, fellas. If you haven't joined, make sure you join because a lot of information. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen real quick. Hold on. A lot of information that you want as far as, real estate. A lot of guys I bring in on these interviews are in the group as well. A lot of guys in Bitcoin, Forex. Now, as you know, a lot of people have been jumping on Bitcoin lately. We've been doing Bitcoin shows with Bitcoin Bobby for a good damn near 9 months now. My brother Bitcoin Bobby been telling you brothers getting invested in crypto. I was a little late as well. You still got some room to come in and cap, but Bitcoin Bobby been on it. I see a lot of new YouTube, not YouTube, new YouTube, but I see a lot of YouTubers, now, discovering Bitcoin. In this group, brothers been telling you about Bitcoin. We've been had crypto shows, okay? 9 months ago. If you would have invested in crypto 9 months ago, right now, you'd be damn near retired or close to getting retired. Or you at least have 6 figures in your bank account dealing with crypto. So we've been on it. And we've been giving brothers information. But for the group, bro, we got 4,300 members. All right. My brother MJ Hines said the group is popping. Yes, it is, man. The group is off the chain right now, man. We be having all types of comments in here. Let me see if I can scroll through and see what we got going on in the group real quick, fellas. First off, let me maximize the screen. All right, we're gonna just scroll through the group real quick. We got Derek Buford here, says, who's taking the vaccine? If it's required to travel, not I. I got a plan personally about what I'm gonna do when I get into the offices of the vaccinators, whatever you want to call them, the little doctors and whatnot. All right. We got Gio Brooks did a post about having a blast in Colombia. If you guys don't know, you can get very, very reasonable dental care here in Colombia. It's very reasonable. I'm not gonna say it's necessarily cheap. It depends on where you go. But a lot of guys do definitely get dental work when they come out here. It's way cheaper. You can pay cash or dineros, okay? And you don't have to pay thousands of dollars to get your teeth cleaned or anything like that, okay? All right. We got Marcus right there with the girl from Haiti posting in the group. We got Tim Ham right here with another travel post. I believe that's she's in Africa somewhere. Okay. But yeah, man, we got, the brother who's Strackerman. Brother, if you listen to the show, he's the godfather of this thing right here, man. He's always posting very beautiful women. Shout out to him, man. He's going to get a t-shirt, Blackmentravels t-shirt. Shout out to my brother Fabian, all right? Fabian Borkin. Shout out to the brother for finding investment properties in Medellin, Colombia. Now, I talked to a realtor out here, guys. Let me just go back real quick. Let me go back. All right, hold on. I talked to a realtor this week, or last week, rather. And he was saying it's a lot of opportunities in Medellin right now as far as real estate, commercial, and, private real estate as well. If you're looking for condos, apartments, a friend of mine bought a building out here. That's right. Brother bought a building. Brothers are making major moves. And this is the whole point of giving you brothers information. We got brothers that's giving you boots on the ground about real estate. Check out my brother Branjur Around the World's YouTube channel as well. If you haven't subscribed to that, brother, subscribe to this channel. He speaks Spanish. He's Panamanian. He's always calling me with crazy good deals about investing in properties overseas, whether it be Panama, Medellin, Colombia, Cartagena. I think he's trying to dip into the DR as well. But a lot, we got Taylor Made out there. We do a lot of real estate as well. But brothers, you have a lot of opportunities right now. 2021. I want to talk about this for a second. 2020 was a year to reset your finances and get rich, especially if you're involved in the stock market, especially if you're involved in Bitcoin. And you know what you're doing. In 2021, a lot of opportunities are still available. You got guys out here buying clubs and parquilleries for like $15,000. Okay. You got another brother who rents the top floor of a hotel and has basically like a sky bar. I'm not going to say exactly how much he rents it for monthly, but it's very reasonable. Okay. The guys, take advantage of the opportunities. Okay. When you travel this world, if you see opportunity, have the vision to be able to take advantage of it, man, because right now, your American dollar is super, super powerful. Okay. Because the coronavirus has stifled a lot of these countries. They're willing to accept bottom bargain prices for real estate properties. Now, you got to do your due diligence because there's a lot of scams going on in these countries, all right? You got to definitely, know the laws of the land. You got to speak to the right realtors, the right lawyers. You want to cross all your T's and dot your I's. That's for sure. And you want to do your homework. But that's the purpose of the group. You can post your questions in the Blackmentravels travel group, okay? And you can see, hey, are there any references to real estate out there in Cartagena? Is there any references to real estate in Dominican Republic? You probably can buy a lot of land in the Dominican Republic, a few stones from the beach for maybe $5,000 to $10,000 right now. Okay, so take advantage of that, man. A lot of opportunities. Now, yeah, we do a lot of, joking around the group, but, you got to, loosen up a little bit as well, brothers. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Global Paper with his quote, investments to die. Okay. My brother BC says, check out Conquer Trading and Investing channel for analysts on Bitcoin. All right. All right. Lamont Ellis, he says, start a food business or a restaurant. Brother, it really depends. I'm not really in the food business or the restaurant business, but I do know a brother. Man, I forgot the name. He had a crazy name for his restaurant, but you got a brother that actually owns a restaurant. I'm gonna bring him on the show when he's available. But he actually owns a restaurant out there in Cartagena. So I told him I'm going to help promote his restaurant, when he comes on the show. Good brother. I met him out here in Medellin. He comes to South America all the time. All right. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. We got Kenyon Morrison, for sure, for sure. All right. Jay Easy, this was going back to an earlier comment. He says, heck, women here in the States want you for your money, and you have to deal with the nonsense, and you still won't get laid. That is very true, brother. But yeah, right now, brothers, you got brothers that's really, really out here getting it. Like I said, one of my bros just bought a building out here in Medellin, right smack dab in Parque areas. All right. You got brothers with restaurants in Cartagena. Shout out to my brother Edine Cole, who's out there in Puerto Plata. He's opened up Atlanta Lights. We definitely going to chop it up with him when he gets the restaurant going, everything like that. And when things lighten up, man, we're going to set a date for the Blackmentravels takeover. Okay, the Blackmentravels takeover out there in Sosúa in Dominican Republic. So right now, me and my brother Cardell, we're working on that. I know you guys know a lot of Cardell. He does a lot of lives in the Blackmentravels Facebook group. We're working on that as well. We're just trying to see, how these COVID restrictions lighten up. We do have economists who's saying that, around spring or summer 2021, things will be back to normal and the economy will be back booming again. So hopefully some of these economists are right. Hopefully we can get a hold of this manufacturing, this coronavirus, hopefully we can get a hold of it and get some things popping. All right. All right, brothers. We got 91. Let me see how many likes we got, brothers. Hit that like button for your boy real quick, man. We got 94 in the chat. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. My brother Charles Jones is in the building. All right. I hear that in Colombia, it's Adidas over J's. You do see a lot of Adidas out here in Colombia, mostly Nikes out here. And I'm going to tell you, man, the reason I love this country so much is because they love hip hop. And when I say hip hop, I'm not talking about Young Thug. Okay, I'm not talking about, these mumble rappers, anything like that. You rarely even hear Migos out here like that. Shout out to the Migos. They're from Atlanta, though. They make some good music. But when I say they like hip hop, they be playing Tupac. All right. They be playing Biggie. They love Pac and Biggie out here. They are super fascinated with Pac and Biggie out here. I'm telling you that right now. You hear a lot of Tupac and a lot of Biggie. I'm talking about all through the barrios, all through the parks. You just hear like a lot of, I won't even say old school hip hop, but that classic era of hip hop. Biggie, Jay, Nas. You hear all that in Colombia. You be walking through a shop in the middle of a barrio. Barrio is what they call it, kind of like the hood. And you thinking you're going to hear, you still hear a lot of Latin music. Don't get me wrong. But you be walking through and you'll hear some, ain't nothing but a gangster party. You be like, wait a minute. You turn around, you're like, wait a minute. And you'll see a Colombian like, yeah, man, I love Pac. And they don't just play that because they see us coming. They playing that all day long. When I say Colombians love hip-hop, man, Colombians love hip-hop. And because they love hip-hop, man, they really embrace American culture, okay? So it's cool out here, man. It's very laid back. Can it get sticky at times? Yeah, definitely can. I definitely suggest you guys always keep your head on the swivel, okay? Don't dress too flashy. Last week I saw guys with jewelry on out here, in parking areas. And, me and the guys, we're just sitting here like, man, they just putting a target on their back. And I'm gonna tell you guys, some of the news you're not gonna hear in America because it was a Panamanian guy who got killed right around the corner in Parker Yards for his cell phone, guys. So be mindful of that. I mean, it still can be very dangerous out here, man. You got people out here who aren't doing well and they hungry out here, man. So keep in mind when you wear jewelry, okay, you kind of flashy, you put it in these people's face who might not have eaten in 3-4 days out here. So in my opinion, I don't think you should wear any real jewelry in South America. I ain't talking about a little bitty thin gold rope. I'm talking about you had guys wearing platinum out here, bro. You know, not only are you putting the target on your back from guys watching, you know, you put your target on your back from these females as well. You'll get a regular female, you know, who will drug you and rob you for your chain, bro. You know, that little platinum chain or that little jewelry, man, that goes for a lot of money out here. You know, $10,000 is you damn near a millionaire out here in Colombia, okay? So just be careful out here, man. You know, I see guys, I be one to warn guys, you know, some guys can be very standoffish when you try to approach them like, hey, bro, you know, try to tell them something. I'm like, all right, you know, do your thing. And then they get robbed or drugged. And then, you know, they hate Colombia now, okay? Now, I will say this, for the most part, 95% of brothers on their A game out here. 95% of brothers don't have any problems out here, okay? A lot of guys I see having problems, I'm going to be honest with you, are the European guys. They get shook down. You know, some of these white guys, they get robbed and stuff like that. It's so bad out here, okay, that we had some brothers out there in Central. If anybody know what Central is it's kind of like Hell's Alley. I'm trying to describe it like little 5 points in the rough little area. It's kind of like an area where you got to be very careful. I saw a guy, you know, walking around with just his head fully bloody, you know, like somebody hit him in the head. Guys are smoking crack right on the street out there. The police presence, you see like 2 police around the corner, but it's like thousands of people. So in Central, it get real sticky. So most people, when they go to Central, you know, they go to like buying the little shops because things are very affordable out there, right? You know, you got a couple of clubs, a couple of bars, a lot of casinos out there in Central. But at night, a lot of people start making their way back to El Poblado, right? So I had some brothers out there, and they was out there a little bit, you know, during the dark when it got nighttime. And a brother who's he speaks Spanish, he's a French, but he's been down here for a while. He was telling me that it was some white guys walking with him, and he was saying, we got to leave these white guys. These white guys gonna get us robbed out here. He was like, man, you guys hanging with these white guys. If we went with these white guys, we'll blend in. We wouldn't have no problems being in here at night. But we with these white guys, man, we got to get rid of these white guys. They're going to get us robbed out here. So it gets sticky out here. And, you know, these white guys will tell you all the time, you know, especially you got white guys, because you got a lot of white guys that are doing oil drilling out here in the countryside in Colombia. And the Colombians do not like it. Okay? They don't like people, you know, drilling in their land, stuff like that. So you got some Colombians out here that, you know, they be kind of on you, you know, as far as the gringos, as far as the white guys concerned. They know brothers ain't coming out here, you know, ripping up the resources and taking their stuff. But, you know, it gets sticky out here. I had a guy from Canada who was saying that they get death threats every day. The locals in that little country town that they're drilling at, you know, be messing up their equipment, you know, throwing rocks at them, you know, telling them death threats, everything. And some of that can transpire to even the tourist areas out here, okay? So if you're a brother, the best thing about being, you know, a brother, man, is you're going to blend in 80% of these foreign countries, especially if you know the language and you dress down like they dress. You know, I had a homeboy named Alan who people mistake as a black Colombian, I guess because he's kind of small, he's skinny. But, you know, he blends in, you know, so that's the advantage of being a brother. And the white guys, some of the white guys will even tell you this. I was told this in Brazil. I was told this in the Dominican Republic by two separate white guys. They was like, man, you lucky because you're able to blend in. When they see me coming, they know where it is right away. It's get the gringo. So keep that in mind, you know, fellas. You know, you can blend in. Take advantage of that. Don't wear jewelry. Don't wear chains, nothing like that, man. Just blend in. Just be part of the people. The people already want to get to know you. You know, just be yourself, be laid back. The women are interested in you. They're going to reckless eyeball, you know. So, yeah, man. Let me catch up with this chat real quick. 102 in the room. That's what's up. Joe Cap said, don't be a papaya. Right, brother. All right. Brandrew around the world's in the building. Brandrew, I just shot your YouTube channel, brother. My brother Brands around the world says El Centro is mostly a black or poor area, but it's not best to be walking around at night. Man, that's very true. I'm telling you, brothers is like, yo, we gotta get up out of here. Everybody knows in Central when it starts getting dark, start heading back, bro, because you got some real deal gangstified mugs, especially the Venezuelan cats, bro. They come out at night and they selling drugs and they knifing you, shooting you, they doing whatever it takes to get some money. So be very careful. My brother Fred Moore says, "What up, BMT? What's going on, brother?" All right, fellas. Well, that's the updates. To just do a real quick recap, man. We are currently in lockdown. The lockdown is over on Tuesday. After Tuesday, I'm pretty sure it's going to be some type of curfew. Hopefully, it's at 12 and not 10, but we will find out. All right, and consistently check your PCR test updates, man. Like I said, they're constantly going back and forth. You know, like I said, the government doesn't want PCR tests, but the judges do want PCR tests. So always check, make sure, because if you don't have a PCR test, you are going to be required to do a 7-day quarantine, okay? And you don't want to come out here. You don't want to have to do a quarantine. So keep that in mind, fellas. And fellas, also, man, you know, build your immunity up, man. I don't have my black seed oil with me right now, but it's all types of things, vitamin D pills, black seed oil. Go out there, walk, get some sun, man. Wear your mask because there is a bug going around. People are getting sick, man. So keep that in mind. Drink a lot of water, build your immunity up, you know, stay active. Don't isolate yourself, you know, and just stay healthy, man, you know, and you know, just keep your head on the swivel out here, fellas. All right. Peace.